These latest headlines from ABC15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.
Good Monday to you. I'm Megan Thompson, tracking those top stories for you from ABC15 Arizona. A reminder for you, it is once again a weather action day. The extreme heat warnings for the valley are sticking around all the way until tomorrow. Today does mark the 11th day in a row of the dangerous heat. Reminder, you can find resources like a map to all the heat shelters in the valley on our website, abc15.com. You can also call 211 for assistance. Well, developing right now, a man from Guatemala in the United States illegally now charged with sex crimes against a missing teenager from Kansas. According to court records, the girl had been missing since July 20th, and authorities tracked her cell phone to a hotel in Chandler. Through a translator, the suspect, 23-year-old Christian Kamalku, told the judge the 14-year-old was his girlfriend.
I'm not kidnapping anybody. I knew what I was doing was a felony, and I discussed it with her. And I understand it's a felony, and I would like to be responsible if she ends up pregnant.
He went on to say he was saving the girl from an abusive family, but the judge not buying it here, holding him on a $50,000 cash-only bond. Have you ever had to pay extra fees at your doctor's office? Some doctors are charging fees for things beyond what's covered by your insurance. Scripps News Group consumer reporter John Matarese is looking out for your finances and has some tips on how you can avoid those unexpected charges.
If you're feeling sick or something hurts, you might ask a pharmacist about it, and they usually try to help. But if you ask those same questions at some doctor's offices these days, you could be hit with an extra fee.
When Whitney Darnell recently went for her annual physical, she wanted to chat with her doctor about a few issues. But she couldn't believe the sign she saw on the wall, so unexpected that she took a picture with her phone.
Please be advised that additional charges may be applied if issues outside of the regular examination are discussed during your annual visit.
Extra questions could mean an extra fee.
I did have some questions that I didn't ask because I didn't know what that sign meant.
She says her doctor told her the sign was to keep annual checkups to a reasonable time and not back up other patients who were waiting. But Kevin Brassler with Consumers Checkbook says part of a doctor's job is understanding patients' concerns.
One of the factors when judging doctors is, do they listen to you? Do they spend enough time with you? Do they rush you through your appointment? So charging extra to actually listen to you, that's not a doctor I would ever use.
Brassler says fees are now common, including facilities fees and administrative fees, such as completing forms for employers or schools or for obtaining medical records.
But it is important also for doctors to be reasonable and say, this is just a part of being a primary care doctor.
Brassler's advice, ask your doctor's office about fees before going to your appointment.
Maybe push back if they're just, nickeling and diming you.
Darnell, though, is still cautious about asking her doctor questions.
If that ache is going to cost me $250 to ask what it is, maybe it's not that bad of an ache.
So ask up front about any fees, and that way you don't waste your money. John Matarese, Scripps News Group.
Well, today we'll be getting an updated look at a construction project all for a cause. All 10 entries for the annual Construction Design Competition. They are now complete at Arrowhead Town Center in Glendale. And you could vote on your favorite design made from non-perishable food items. Each vote on the St. Mary's Food Bank website earns a $1 donation to those in need. Last year, there were more than 11,000 votes. And the best part, all of the food gets donated to St. Mary's Food Bank to help those struggling with hunger right here in our community.
Our weather action coverage continues on this Monday. I'm meteorologist Jorge Torres. Temperature starting off this morning in the mid-90s in the valley with some clouds passing through. Sizzling at noon at 102 and calling for a near record high of 111 degrees. Northern Arizona high staying in the upper 80s in Flagstaff, 90 for you folks in Heber and Show Low, 97 in Payson, Prescott, you'll be at 93, then 100 plus readings in areas like Globe, Sedona, Kingman at 103, 115, one of the hot spots there in Mojave County and Lake Havasu City, which will be under an extreme heat warning through tomorrow. Same in the valley with temperatures ranging anywhere from 104 to 113. And that 7-day forecast showing temperatures staying red hot for a while through at least tomorrow. And then rain chances going up finally beginning Wednesday with highs below 110. Flagstaff will keep those highs in the 80s for the next few days. But look at the storm chances. They go up quite a bit. 50% on Wednesday, 70% on Thursday. Then highs finally only in the 70s Friday and also on Saturday.
For the latest headlines, weather, and traffic, you can head on over to abc15.com or download that free ABC15 mobile app.
These latest headlines from ABC15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.